everybody. Welcome back to episode 5 of You're Not Even Watching.
Cinco.
Yes.
This is a bilingual podcast.
Yeah.
Just decided.
Okay. Well, I don't
Hit the SAT button on your remote.
I don't speak any other. Well, I speak a little German, but not enough for this.
Ew.
Anyway, this is our first From the Vault episode, meaning we both seen the movie. We might do some that we've both never seen too.
Yeah.
It would be cool, I guess.
Those aren't in the vault. We'll have to come up with a different name for that.
What do you mean? It's just in the vault, meaning it hasn't been brought out in a long time. It could still just be an old movie. Is that not what that means?
I don't know.
I don't know.
This wasn't thought through.
No, it's just what I called it because it seemed cool.
Yeah.
No, it's maybe lame. We've ruined it.
It's
That's
not
fine.
lame, but I think the ones that we've both seen this one, so it's in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
This is in our vault together.
I guess that makes sense now that you're saying it.
The ones that we haven't seen, we'll have to have a different name.
Okay. All right, we'll think about that.
It'll probably be called From the Vault.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm excited for this.
They don't even know what it is yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't announce it last time. It was
Nope.
a surprise. Well, I'm sure they see the episode name, so they know what it is, but that's fine.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, so we're gonna do Scream this week, and I guess it's kind of shocking that I actually have seen this movie because I
It
don't
is a
watch
little
anything
bit.
scary.
Especially because you would have been pretty young when this movie came out.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna get to that part because I want to guess what year it is. So
Okay.
let me give it away. I should also mention that I am drinking on this episode, so I had a pretty heavy pour of this grape juice here, and so if it gets off the rails as we go,
It's already off the
It
rails.
is what it is.
We started off by saying this is going to be in Spanish also. And then you started speaking German. I don't know what that was about.
Well, whatever. It's gonna be fun.
There's a cat down here running wild.
There is. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm actually, I don't know. I haven't seen this movie in a really, really, really long time.
How long you think?
I feel like I've seen parts of it. I feel like you love these movies.
I love Scream
Yeah,
movies.
I know. You love them.
Yup.
So I don't know if but there's so many. I don't know if it's like the first one that I've seen recently or just I think the first one's definitely the one I've seen the most.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have a hard time even I recall certain scenes in the first movie. I would have a lot harder time with like the sequels. How many are there?
4.
Wow, you knew that real quick. 4.
Yeah, I can see them
There's
right
4.
there. They're on the shelf.
Wow.
Fun fact. I think I stole the first 3 from my sister.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
What do you
I
think I
was
was
going to say like you stole them from the store when you were.
My sister Walmart, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say you were like down a different path when you were.
Well, you know my family video history.
Yeah, I know. That's bad.
That was a path.
Yeah,
we don't want to tell people about it. You're trying to like shy away from it.
I hate thieves.
What is a
so
young?
I can't.
I didn't steal them.
Oh, you changed the
I just
price
made them
tags.
cheaper. Yeah.
That's
Still stealing?
stealing.
Come on.
And I hate
Okay, let me ask
thievery.
you this. If nobody bought that
every time that thing.
if nobody bought that movie for $10, right? At Family Video, I mean, you guys remember they would sell the videos after they rented them for so long. So if nobody bought that movie for $10, eventually it's going to end up in that $1.99 box. I just fast forwarded to the $1.99 part.
If that's what you want to tell yourself,
That's
fine.
I'm a time traveler.
but the movie lover store, they're all gone. And I don't want to point any fingers at
that's
anybody,
true.
but
But you know what? I applied for that job, and
not qualified.
I wrote a. That's Boston market. That's different. I wrote a whole essay on why I should have that job. It was like a little part in there. Name your favorite movies and why. I wrote an essay in that thing. Never got a call back. Never got a call
You probably
back.
wrote you like Scream. They're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, in Scream, there's that component. The movie store is a part of Scream.
Nope, I don't remember that part of it.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
It's Jamie Kennedy, right?
Who? Jamie Kennedy?
Do you not know who Jamie Kennedy is? I'm pretty sure it's Jamie Kennedy.
I think I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of someone that was on E! News. The followers help me out.
What do you mean E! News?
That name, Jason Kennedy. I think
I don't know.
I
who
think
that
he's
is.
on E! News or something.
That's not sounding familiar, but no, he works at the movie store. There's like a whole part, like the rules of the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
of like who gets killed first and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's.
See, I
Is it
completely,
Jamie Kennedy?
I completely forgot.
Oh damn
I've
it!
forgotten all about that. So,
Can I tell you something that I'm on IMDb. I just now found out.
huh?
This says there's going to be a Scream in 2022.
Really?
That's what it says.
It's gonna be terrible.
I mean, it can't be the same because
Does it have Nev Campbell?
Yeah. Well, according to IMDb, but
Well, she ain't doing
Wes
much
Craven
else.
has now passed.
Oh, R.I.P.
He's the director of
Didn't
all
know.
these. You didn't know? Holy shit.
Not only
What?
did I not know he was the director, I didn't know he died. But R.I.P.
Dre, come on.
Do you want to Google Jason Kennedy real quick and see if
I'm not gonna.
right?
I'm not gonna Google Jason Kennedy.
Oh, okay. Well,
I will. Hold on. I'm just trying not to bore everybody. You got to keep talking while I'm finding these facts out. This is a really. I should have done this before.
I mean, one of us does our research and gets ready and
What
prepares.
research? I could have done research, but I was down here setting this whole thing up.
Oh boy, don't go down that rabbit hole. We don't need to hear your woes of how you had to set everything up again.
What in the shit are they doing here?
Hard cussing already.
Oh, I'm sorry. What in the S?
Oh man.
Jamie Kennedy. He's in it. I was sure that was it, but in my head, like since we started doing this podcast, like I'm sure I've said things that were incorrect and that like eats at me later. Like when I'm making the video, I think, oh, I said something stupid there. That person's not in this movie or something. But I thought I'm going to be thinking of a completely different. Jamie Kennedy was in like the scary movie, like knockoff, or what are they called? Like spoofs?
Oh, scary movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're called scary movie, but they're spoofs or whatever they are.
Can I tell you something? I'm sure I've gotten all sorts of things wrong. I didn't know who Michael Keaton was. Do you think I care? Whatever.
That blows my mind.
We don't have to go down that road again, but yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know who he is now. I saw the movie.
So take a crack at it. What year do you think this came out?
I can't decide. It was in the 90s, right?
I'm giving no hints.
97.
Very close.
Really?
Very close.
Look at that.
1996.
Dang, I was close. I
Yeah.
can't believe I've seen this movie.
And that's what because you were so young
Mm-hmm.
in 96 that it's weird that you did see it. But I'm sure you saw it later on.
It scared me a lot.
Why?
I was scared of this movie. Scared. Do you know what scared me the most of this movie? That
What?
opening scene.
You thought you were going to be making popcorn on the stove and a little thing?
Well, it's just
Jiffy Pop?
like she's home alone. I was home alone sometimes. You live in the middle of nowhere. She was rich. I wasn't rich, but live in the middle of nowhere and someone calls. You know, you got that landline. Man. No caller ID.
Right. See, and that's something in the sequels. They had caller ID.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had like voice changing technology that they could just like talk into like a little thing.
Well, he changed his voice.
Yeah. But
in
that
this
just changes his voice from their normal voice to the scary guy voice.
Yeah.
In those other ones, like they change their voice from, it's like they think they're talking to whoever, but no, it's Nev Campbell's voice. It's like they just have all these voices ready to go. It's nonsense.
It is. That brings me to what I wanted to say. I
What?
feel like Scream walked so the Fast and the Furious could run.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like it starts out okay, and then it just goes off the rails.
You're not wrong because the sequels do get a little nutty.
Yeah.
So like,
That's what I'm
I don't want
talking
to get
about.
into the sequels, or should we talk about them? I don't know.
I don't think we're going to do them on this podcast.
Well, we're not going to do them, but so in the second one, they're in college,
Yeah.
and it's like turns out it's the one killer's mother.
The mom.
Right. Do you know what happens in the third one?
I can't remember. The only one I can remember is the boyfriend in this one. And
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, which I knew that one. I knew he was the killer from the get-go.
How did you know?
I just knew.
Bro.
And then in this, does his friend help him in this one, or is that the second one?
I mean, I don't want to give anything away here.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I should wait and remember.
Yep. But in the third one, they're making the movie Stab.
Yeah.
And it's like they're going through the
You're bringing it
actors.
back into my
Yep.
mind.
And you know what? My I don't know exactly. I can't remember how this all ties in together. But do you remember Jay and Silent Bob the Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Yeah. Strike Back?
Yes, that's what it's called. I couldn't remember. They are on the set of Scream or of Stab. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
In that movie. And I don't know how that all ties in together. It's like a whole weird thing. But I remember watching Jay and Silent Bob. I remember watching that, and I remember thinking my mind was blown that they had somehow crossed over. It was like a whole thing. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't seem that hard to do.
It
One came
does.
out before the other,
You're
and they
right.
just kind of put it together.
But I think they were making them at the same time or something.
So who's the killer in the third one?
In the third one,
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, and this might be one of those things where I'm an idiot, I believe it was one of the actors. Oh, that's exactly what it is. It was Sydney's brother,
Oh, boy.
who from her mom before she had Sydney. He was one of the actors in Stab.
Man, Sydney she just got some bad luck.
Dude,
Poor Sydney.
Follows her everywhere.
All right, 4. Who's the killer?
Sydney's niece or cousin, something like that. Somebody in her family. Yeah.
5. Prediction. Who's the killer?
Nev Campbell.
Sydney.
Sydney.
Sydney's child.
Do you remember how number 4 starts?
No idea.
It starts with them like going through all of the different Stab movies and how they don't make sense and all this. And then it turns out like they keep getting killed, but they're talking about the movie. It's a real weird
I might not have ever seen 4.
It's a really weird start to that movie.
I feel like I was like, well, this is going off the rails.
I like that movie. It was filmed here locally in Plymouth.
Well,
if I had known,
I'd have
been
that
creeping
tells you
around.
something. Oh, not to go off the rails here.
It's
but
already off.
On my memories on Facebook the other day.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you know exactly what
I know exactly what you're talking about. It bums me out every single day.
Paul was supposed to.
I was this close to being the next Marky Mark.
They called
so
him.
close.
Well, how did that even work? They called you to be an extra
Yep.
in the Transformers movie.
Yep.
Number whatever.
Number 4. Jeez, oh Pete's number 4.
We're not restarting. Pick a time.
Snooze.
Yeah, snooze it, bro.
Sorry,
We're talking
everybody.
about
Sorry.
some very important things right now. About your acting career almost took off.
Dude, this close.
And what happened?
So she called me. She
Uh-huh.
told me what the deal was. She said I had to go to like a camera test thing.
Yeah.
And if I passed that, then I went to the wardrobe thing. And then if I passed that, the wardrobe thing was in front of Michael Bay.
Uh-huh.
So, and I know that if Michael Bay, if
You're
I
really going to see Michael Bay.
if I would have gotten in front of Michael Bay, I 100% would have been the star of the movie. He'd have saw me. He'd have been like, that's our guy. And, you know, they lied too. Like the lady in the movie, or the lady that called, she told me that it was for a Renaissance fair scene in the movie.
Uh-huh.
So like you had to wear like
Yeah. Like
knight's armor, stuff like that. Turns out that's not part, like that wasn't in the movie. That the part is like King Arthur and the round table. I would have been at the round table, bro. I would have been there. And yes, that part means nothing in the grand scheme of the movie. Like it's just some scene. You would have just seen me. I'm at a table. But come on.
Why didn't you get to do it?
Because she's like, I'm sending you an email, whatever. You'll get the email, then you'll fill the thing out. You'll be all set. It had the time and everything. I was supposed to get it the next day.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get it. I waited like almost all day. So then I called her back and she's like, oh.
It's over.
She sent me the email. It was already too late. I had already and like the thing was she sent me the email.
Oh,
Even though it was already too late,
man.
it was such a bummer.
I remember you just being so heartbroken. That was going to be your big break.
This close to being Marky Mark.
I know. I'm so
or
sorry.
at the very least, a night at the round table.
You were going to be King Arthur, I think.
I don't know if I was going to be King Arthur. They probably had like a real guy for that, but
You just been like popping your head in. Like, sir, can you please sit down?
I'd have probably been kicked.
stop?
I'd have probably been kicked off the movie. Just jumping in, trying to like
Drag you
photobombing
off.
every scene.
They're gonna drag you off. You're like, call
walking-
Marky Mark.
I'm walking into scenes with Mark Wahlberg. Just hey, go on, man.
In your like Knights of the Round Table garb, and he's just in present day.
Yep, that's exactly what it would have been.
Oh man.
Anyways,
Sorry to
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Let's go watch. Let's go watch Transformers. I can't even watch that without my heart sinking a little bit.
I know. You are so sad.
Such a bummer.
Anyway.
Someday.
Anyway, So, do you remember the first time you saw Scream?
I don't remember the first time, but I know that I saw it probably 96, 97, like way back. For sure.
Okay, so let's think about this. Let's say 96. Let's say I watched it in 97 because I know for sure I didn't go to the theater or
Right, me
anything
neither.
to see it. So I'm 10. Is that too young to watch this movie, you think?
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean,
Has Carson seen this movie?
no.
No. Would you let him watch it?
Yeah,
You would?
probably.
That's
Because I
pretty
mean,
violent.
there's not really anything weird. Like, there's a little bit of like sexual component with like the boyfriend girlfriend thing. Like,
That's
Sydney
not
and the
my
boyfriend.
problem.
Me neither. But the dude, he's up there playing Call of Duty right now.
Okay, we don't have to like tell everybody about our parenting.
Whatever. Every 10-year-old's playing Call of Duty right now.
He was the Scream guy for Halloween though.
Exactly.
He
He had a bloody knife he carried around town. So what are we really talking about?
Oh boy.
He
whatever.
he idolizes this guy.
Shut up. No.
He idolizes
but
Ghostface.
A lot of people are Ghostface for Halloween. A lot of kids
tons.
are Ghostface for Halloween. Like,
and they have no idea what it is.
he's also been Michael Myers, so
Right. So look at what you're.
Did they
What
just-
are we really doing here?
But he's never seen those movies.
Should we go have a talk with him?
He's never seen those
Yeah,
movies.
but those movies aren't. They're more gore
I've never
and
seen
stuff like
those
that.
movies.
Well, here we go. Those movies I wouldn't show him. I don't think he'd
You'd
watch.
show him this over that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But mostly because I don't care for those movies as much. Those movies to me are like not as scary, and they're kind of slow moving.
Yeah.
At least as far as I can remember. This damn cat.
I don't think we need to show him. I don't think we need to show him this movie unless he like asks to watch it. Or it's okay.
He might have already seen parts of it. It's on TV all the time around Halloween and stuff. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm most excited to watch this right now. Because it's July right now, but I'm already in like Halloween mode.
Me too.
Especially we watched Beetlejuice and stuff.
Yeah.
We watched Nightmare Before Christmas the other day with Carson, or with Connor.
When we came inside today, it was getting a little chilly.
Yeah.
I'm like, uh-oh, let's put some
We'll throw a sweater
some
on.
movies on. Yeah. That is the best time for movies.
For sure.
Halloween. Oh, or Christmas. I like Christmas movies too. But.
Cat's going to drink your wine, bro.
Go away, cat. Can you tell me how much this movie cost to make?
Oh, you're hitting me with things I did not prepare for.
I mean, we literally talked about it earlier today. That you were gonna
I'm a
look at.
procrastinator.
Yeah.
How much it costs to make?
Yeah, because I want to guess how much it made.
Okay.
But I need like some reference.
The budget for the movie was between 14 and 15 million, which doesn't seem like a lot.
No, not well. What did they really need though? It's not like it had great special effects or anything.
I mean, it
so
had Drew Barrymore for 5 minutes.
box office. Oops. Box office. I'm going to say it made 25 million at the box office.
25 million. It's a good guess.
Am I way off?
It's way off, but it's a good guess.
Okay.
$173 million.
You're lying.
Dude, that's how you get to make 4 of these things. 5 is because they make money. If a movie, if it had only made $25 million, they probably wouldn't have 3 more of these.
100 and what?
73.
$173 million.
That's right.
And you know this movie's still making money today.
Yeah, it's on cable all the time.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
I guess I really don't know anything about the film business or what's good for movies to
What do you
make
mean?
or you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of
Right.
throwing numbers out there. But like I feel like a lot of our listeners, they're not experts on this. They're just
Well, I mean, I guess. And I don't know. This doesn't adjust for inflation either. So that's $173 million.
That's insane.
Right. That's in 1996.
So literally everyone went to the movies to see this.
Yeah, seems like it.
Holy
I'm sure
cow.
that's how I ended up seeing it so young, was because it was probably huge in theaters. I had older sisters. They probably brought it home from the movie store for Blockbuster or whatever. And that's how I saw it.
Is the movie theater scene in this the first one?
No.
Oh,
No,
is
no.
that two?
Definitely, because they're watching Stab.
Stab. Okay.
That might be 3 for all I know.
I'm
but
just
I think
thinking.
It's 2.
I'm just thinking like if I was in
I
the
think
theater.
Omar Epps is in it.
Yeah, if I was in the theater and I saw that scene, that would freak me out a little bit.
Yeah.
That was before like all like the dark things that have been happening as of late in like movie theaters and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I didn't think about that. Way to bring the pod down.
I know. I'm sorry. Let's turn it around. Well, I wish you wouldn't have said Sydney because I would have tried to guess her name and I wouldn't have known it.
Sydney's the only one that I can remember.
What about the boyfriend? The killer. Oh, I feel like it's right there because it's his mom.
I know his name. Now that I'm thinking about it, I know his name.
I can't. What does it start with?
A B.
Brian?
Nope. Just name every B you can. You get one more guess.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Bobby.
This is taking forever. No, it's not Bobby.
What is it?
Billy.
Billy.
I know.
I was close with
it's
Bobby.
It's such a stupid name. Like, that's not really a name. How many Billies you know?
I mean, in 97, I'm sure there were a lot of Billies.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've known some Billies in my life, but did they grow? Are they a senior in high school or whatever calling themselves Billy still?
I think he would have went Bill.
Or Will or William.
Well, he was a psychopath, though, so we got to keep that in mind.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a psychopath.
Other than that, though, I know who Jamie Kennedy's character was, but that's because I saw it.
When you say Jamie Kennedy,
yes,
is that the friend?
He's
also in She's All That.
She's All That.
He's the famous one.
Nope.
What's his name? Do you know?
I can't remember his name.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the tall guy.
13 he helps him out.
He was in Without a Paddle. Yeah. No.
Where'd that guy go, you think?
He remember he was Scooby-Doo? Or he was which one was Shaggy?
Shaggy.
Yeah.
No, he was Scooby-Doo. He was the dog.
But no, I've just read a thing not that long ago about how he took some time off from acting or whatever, but now he's like coming back or whatever.
Oh, really?
Like, 'cause I think he caught a lot of crap for like the Scooby-Doo thing and whatever.
Well, how stupid.
But that's what he says is like, whatever.
They're gonna pay me.
I made a bunch
this.
of money to be Shaggy. Who gives a shit? You know?
Yeah, it's not like he did anything weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited to watch this?
I'm very pumped.
I'm not.
Because I'm in the Halloween mode right now. It's Halloween.
It's not anywhere near Halloween.
July. It's Halloween in July. And you know what? Every year, as Halloween approaches, I think I got to watch all these movies and I got to get in the spirit. But it's like I always run out of time because like you get busy doing things. It's like
we're starting early.
Right. I want to start today. Let's decorate. Tomorrow is Saturday. We're decorating the house.
Wow. It's July.
We're doing it.
It's July.
I'm gonna go buy fake leaves and spread them around the yard. It's gonna look like fall at our house.
In my Scentsy thing. Oh my God, you're so popular. Who is it? Answer it.
I don't want to tell you.
Who is it?
If I answer it, they're gonna cuss on the thing.
Answer it and see what they think about this movie.
All right, here we go. We just probably call me for something serious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, help me. Hey, what's up?
No, don't say that. Tell him.
Hey,
tell him.
You're on the podcast, Adam.
Oh, great, cool, sweet. So, is there a list of things I can't talk about on this podcast too?
What do you think of the movie Scream?
What do I think of the movie Scream?
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably like 10 years old when they came out.
Not quite.
I remember thinking they were pretty. Yeah, probably. I remember thinking they were pretty scary. And also, I probably shouldn't have been watching it when I was like 7 or 8 years old. But they're okay movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Why? Who hasn't? Did
No,
Andrew never seen Scream?
We've both seen Scream, but we're doing a From the Vault episode. It's a movie we've both seen.
And you guys pick Scream?
Yeah.
So you're gonna
just come up with a better movie?
You're just gonna talk trash about our podcast on our podcast?
There's lots of movies, Adam, and we have a lot of. Me and Andrew have already committed to doing this for at least 10 years. So.
Oh God.
All right, say goodbye.
Well, I mean, I guess you gotta have a hobby.
Well, there you go.
All right, we'll call him when you're done.
I'll call you when we're done, okay?
No, you're fine. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye. That was my brother Adam.
He didn't say anything inappropriate, which
Yeah.
is really out of character.
Crazy, right?
Really out of character.
Crazy.
All right, you want to watch the trailer?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's watch it.
That was our first guest.
Yeah.
And of which we'll have many. We're going to have Nev Campbell on next week to talk about
She's on later today.
She's for later. I bet. Do you think we could get a hold of her? Do you remember that time I called that guy? Do you think I could get on the phone with her assistant?
Probably not. I don't think that number's listed on Google.
Can't be because people are always trying to kill her.
Right.
All right. Here we go.
What if you called her as the guy from Scream?
I bet I do. How many of those calls do you think she's got?
A million.
It's so many.
So many.
This probably is such a bummer. I don't want to lead with that.
No.
Do you know? Hey, also, I'm just remembering now. I'm seeing a picture of Nev Campbell. Remember, you've been told that you look like
I
Neve
have
Campbell.
been told by one person, so I don't know if
I
that
don't know.
counts.
She's pretty cute, babe. I'd lean into it.
Yeah, I look real cute right now. I look just like her.
Well, I didn't tell you to get wine drunk before you came down, stumbling down the stairs here. All right, here we go.
Here we go. I thought it wasn't gonna play. Look at that phone.
Hello.
Hello.
It's an antique.
Who is this?
Tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
Creepy. I would have hung up already.
What's that noise?
I would have called the cops already.
He sounds pretty cute.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch
She's
the video.
entertaining this entirely too long.
This
She's
is
in
a
high school.
scary
I
movie.
don't care.
Like scary movies.
Uh-huh.
You never told me.
911 on the phone right now. Get him
I
home.
know who I'm looking
Get here.
Her boyfriend's on the way.
Someone is playing a deadly game.
I love that voice.
Courtney Cox, huh?
Someone who's seen one too many scary movies. Now he's taken his love of fear.
What? It seemed like there was just
One
no
step
protection
too
for poor
far.
Sydney.
like scary movies.
What's the point? They're all the same. Some
Especially
stupid killer stalking some big-breasted
given
girl who
her
can't
family
who's
history.
running
Oh
upstairs
my
and
God,
she's
did you
going
see
out
that
the front door.
girl?
It's insulting.
There were some nipples. Like,
Jamie Kennedy.
that's not Jason Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy.
I know. Oh yeah, I guess it is kind of sexual for Carson.
Yeah.
Ever, under any circumstances.
Also, you can tell that guy's a killer just looking at him.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
be right
I'll be right
Oh man.
The rules.
Police are always on track if they watch prom night at same time.
He just kills by them.
Okay, I have some things to discuss.
Don't open the door. Don't try to hide.
Everybody, the nuts back.
Oh man.
Not scared, are you?
Squeak.
Dewey.
Okay. In Scary Movie,
Yep.
is Dewey challenged?
Yes.
I confused that with this.
You thought in the real Scream that Dewey. And now I will be honest. Later on, due to injuries sustained in the sequels, he does have like a limp. A limp
Okay.
and maybe like a funny arm or something.
Okay. Because I was thinking something like that, but then I'm watching. I'm like, oh yeah, he's a cop. Not that people. I don't know where he was
I think,
cognitively,
I know.
but
I don't think they do that.
I mixed them up.
He doesn't have a, fake sheriff badge. He's a real cop.
That's what it is, huh?
Deputy Dewey, bro.
Can we watch that movie?
That's this movie. What do you mean?
No, can we watch
In this movie, he's Deputy Dewey.
Yeah, but in Scary Movie, they
Yeah.
made him he
Legit,
thought
yeah.
he was a deputy, but
Right.
he had challenges,
Right.
right?
I have a whole story about that movie.
Uh.
I went to the theaters to see that movie.
With your girlfriend?
Nope. With my friends and their mom, one of their moms that took us there.
Did she
And-
try to leave?
No, but it was real weird. Us all laughing about the jokes in that movie with her like a few seats away. Like there's a scene with I think his name in that movie is like Doofy or something, where he's like
So stupid.
he says, "Hey, smell my fingers," and puts it up to the guy's face, and he's like, "Oh, what is that?" And the guy says, "My butt," and it's like it was in his butt. I laughed so I don't know how old I was, but I laughed. I almost fell out of my chair. I guarantee I was on the floor.
You would do that now, so
Yeah.
I don't think age has anything to do with it.
Oh, it doesn't,
But
but not over the same joke.
I think I went to see American Pie band camp with my mom.
You saw that in theaters?
Yep, with my mom.
Band camp?
Yep.
They had jumped the shark by then.
It was
Yeah.
awkward.
A lot of flute talk on the drive home.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a weird, like just you and your mom?
Yeah.
That's so weird. What else was in theaters at that time that you could have seen?
Probably
Probably
many
Scream
things.
3.
So many things I should have seen instead of that.
Yeah, for sure. That's such a weird movie to go see.
I think it was that one. Yeah, because I remember the one time in band camp thing.
Well, that was in all of them.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's just what I'm thinking of then. Maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was an earlier one.
Well, there's the first 3 that are like legit American Pie movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, like there's American Pie, American Pie 2, and American Wedding. And then after that,
I think it was the wedding one.
that
That makes
definitely
more
be.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, let's not do those movies.
Jim is a band geek. He just never joined the band, you know?
I'm not super excited to watch this movie, if I'm being honest.
This movie,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to go watch it right now.
Do we have to watch it tonight?
Oh, we're watching it tonight. It's 9:42 on a Friday night.
We're not doing the other part of this podcast tonight, though, right?
We'll see.
Okay.
See how many glasses of wine you get in you watching
Yeah.
this.
All right, guys.
This Wes Craven classic.
Come back and hang out with us in a few. I don't know.
I thought there was more.
Every time before we go to the movie, it's so awkward. Come back later.
Y'all come back now. Oh my God. I'm just going to stop it right in the
All
middle
right,
of us
sounds
talking.
good. All right, everybody, we're back. We saw Scream.
It was
again.
awesome.
So it's been a really long time since I watched it start to finish, and
Me too.
I feel like it held it. It was a little different. Like there were some parts that were like, "Wow, I don't remember this." You know.
Which parts?
Well, all right. Let's see. I think the biggest thing was like the backstory or like the thing about Sydney's mom.
You didn't remember that?
Like I knew that her mom died. I knew that she had been killed, but I didn't realize it was only a year before.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, God, the trauma this girl has been in. And then like her whole relationship with Billy was just, oh my God.
Young teen romance, Andrea.
He was
They end as they
he
always
was
do.
clearly a psychopath through the entire movie.
Think so?
Like he was like guilting her, and I don't even know. And like he continued. So okay, let's think about this real quick. Sydney's mom was brutally murdered, right? So she's
Brutal.
already
2 O's, brutal.
already traumatized, okay?
Yeah.
And then this killer shows up and everything. And Billy, throughout the entire movie,
Why won't you bang me?
is not even that. Well, that was a whole other thing. But he's like popping up around the corners and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
jumping through a window.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like, even if there's no concern of you being the killer,
Right.
this poor girl has been through more trauma.
Yeah.
And you gotta stop popping up on her.
Right. That's my thing about this. Okay, so it's been exactly 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 1 year since the mother was killed. And on the anniversary of that, he's leaving town. The dad.
Yeah.
So that's number one. That's weird. Because if my wife was just brutally murdered, I don't know that I'm like, oh, I'm going to leave my kid alone, my high school child alone,
Yeah.
to go wherever he was
And
going. I don't even know.
Did
And
he
then-
know there was a murder before he left? Of Drew Barrymore?
No, it was that next morning.
Okay.
Yeah. But then also, like, her window's just wide open for someone to climb up in through the window. It's like, your wife was murdered, presumably in that house, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, and then I did think of that too, but then also they thought that they got the guy and that he was locked up.
Cotton Weary.
Cotton Weary. Everyone,
If that's a serial killer name.
yeah.
Cotton Weary.
Everyone except for Courtney Cox,
Gail
Weathers.
Weathers.
Everyone except for her, they were certain that they had got him. So
Right.
I guess, but let's start at the top.
Okay.
All right.
What's the top?
Drew Barrymore entertained that killer on that
Yep.
phone for entirely too long.
Even after it took a turn. Like, it took a turn where it's serious. She's like, I'm calling the cops. You should. She's telling the guy who's calling and terrorizing her on the phone that I'm going to call the cops.
Yeah.
You should already be off the phone with the cops. What
And
are you doing?
And then she's like locking doors 45 minutes
Yeah.
into this conversation.
Right.
No. The cops would have been on the way.
Right.
On the way.
I don't know. It's very.
She made some very poor decisions that led
Right.
to her. I don't want to
But that's-
victim shame here. I
but
understand
that's-
she's a victim, but
That is these
they were
movies.
were they like playing into it because
I kind of think so. They had to
Yeah.
be. And also, like, that is my only problem with this whole movie. It is the things they do to make something look cool don't fit anything else. It's like, here's my one example that I can really point to.
Okay.
The camera guy. At the end of the movie, he's murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Gets his throat cut.
Yeah.
in the middle of he's chasing Sydney, or they're chasing Sydney because it's two killers. They're
Somebody
chasing
puts
Sydney.
him on the roof of the
Puts
van.
him on the roof of this. 250-pound man. They pick up his dead body to put it on the roof. Then,
it was just for the blood to come down the window.
right? But listen, Gail, she gets in the van to leave, puts it in reverse, starts going backwards, slams on the brakes, and then the guy falls forward onto the windshield. That's not how that works. If I'm going backwards and slam on the brakes, something on the roof, it's going backwards.
Well, I don't know enough about this, I feel.
Oh my God. If you were going forward, slammed on the brakes, whatever's on top of your car is going forward because it's going to keep moving. So if you're going backwards, it's going to go backwards. That dead guy should have fell off the back of the van.
Now you're really splitting hairs.
Also, the principal, right? He gets killed.
I didn't even remember that part.
No, I didn't remember him getting killed either, but
What's that guy from?
he's the Fonz.
Oh, that's who he was.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they kill him in the middle of the day. Like, I realized school is out, but Fred was still there, the janitor. Lots of people should have still been in there. Teachers, staff, whatever. But somehow the killers drug him out of the school, this dead body, put him and hung him on the goalpost.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those types of things. It's like
We wouldn't have done that.
impossibilities, but they do it because to make the movie cooler or whatever.
Yeah. I had a problem with, so Drew Barrymore gets killed. It's not traumatic enough at the school, I feel. Everyone's joking around, laughing. It's just a joke, whatever. Like, no, this is a traumatic thing.
But think about when you were a 16-year-old kid or whatever. So maybe they were a little older, but whatever. Nothing was that serious.
No, it
Even
was
people
that
getting
serious.
killed.
No, I had people who were killed at my school, and it was very serious, and nobody was making any sort of jokes about it. Not like murdered,
Jesus
but
Christ.
people who had died, and it was not.
Yeah, but that's sad. Murder's different.
Drew Barrymore
Plus, what
getting murdered
I know,
was
but
very
listen.
sad.
But listen, what I'm saying is, you were looking into a group of friends at the school, not the whole school.
Yeah.
You were looking at these 5 or 6 people. whatever it was.
Psychopaths.
Right.
Two
Out
of
of which
them
were the murderers.
So
it's hard to judge the
Yeah,
feelings
that's
of the
true.
whole school on that. But I did not remember how gruesome those murders were. She's like, because that's another thing. She's hanging from the tree when the parents find her. They did not have time enough to string her up, okay? But her guts are hanging.
Yeah.
Like Steve outside, guts out everywhere.
Yeah.
It was very gory.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, I don't think I even got to say what I was trying to say.
Oh, my bad.
You're very, very worked up right now.
I'm real. I can only. I can't even hold my breath. Like I'm breathing too hard.
Calm
into the
down,
microphone.
babe.
Sorry.
No. So Drew Barrymore had just been murdered, and they're at school or whatever. Sydney, whose mother had just died a year ago, murdered.
Almost exactly.
Now a schoolmate murdered, goes home alone.
Yep. But she was gonna go stay at the friends.
I don't care. She went home alone. I would not go anywhere alone ever.
Yeah, and Dad did not stay.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he didn't know. Like he was leaving that morning.
You should have turned around.
He didn't find out about this girl getting murdered.
Yeah. No. And then this potential murderer calls her on the phone. Right. This classic scream move. It says, "I'm outside watching you." Whatever.
Right.
She walks outside.
I'm not afraid of you. Yeah, stupid.
She walks outside.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
She deserved to get murdered
Hey.
there. I mean, I shouldn't say anyone deserves to get murdered,
Wow.
but she in the movie. But
Yeah.
you were walking outside. You're asking for it.
I think that's another example of the stupid things that happen in this movie that are done just for, effect or to look cool or whatever it is to keep the story going. But it's like something that is illogical that nobody in real life would do.
No.
Right.
And speaking of something no one in real life would do, Courtney Cox shows up.
Right.
And verbally attacks Sydney.
Yeah.
About her mother who was murdered.
Right.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I don't remember it from before, but it's
Gail
just
Weathers.
like
she doesn't.
Gail Weathers. What a B word she was.
She doesn't pull any punches.
I couldn't believe it.
I thought what you were gonna bring up was the murder that happened via doggy door / garage door.
So when I think of Scream, that's the scene I think
Right.
of. Like that's I feel like the classic
Right.
Scream scene.
Another thing, it's just those are the things in this movie. I think they must have been done on purpose. Like the way over the top things. Like obviously a garage door isn't going to kill somebody that way. But also, as she's struggling to get through that door, she was through it. At one point, they show it. She's got both shoulders through the door. The only part that might not have fit.
Her giant boobs with her nipples that are for no reason out.
Because it's a horror movie.
That's what was stopping.
If you're in a horror movie, that's what happens.
I forgot about like
mine were hard the whole time.
Okay.
All I was doing was watching.
Okay. That's gonna be our thing, Paul. My nipples were hard the whole time.
Hard nipple meter.
There was way more sex in this than I remembered.
A little bit more than I.
Yeah. So Carson is not watching this.
We just fast forward through that stuff. Like my parents said when I was a kid, "Hey, close your eyes."
I couldn't believe how much of it there was. It's
not that much, really.
When they finally have sex, before they do, she's like, "I'm so sorry. I've been really selfish with my PTSD."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And my thing about that whole scene is, so she bangs this dude, who she's had like up until the very moment they were gonna bang, has been like really on the fence with, because he might be a murderer.
Right.
As soon as they bang, she's putting her shirt back on. She's like, "Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be easy for you to just make that one phone call from prison? That'd be great." And then it's like, why did you say that before you banged him? Does that make sense?
Well, what
are you doing?
She's had a lot going on. She's not right in the brain after all the trauma she's been through.
It's true.
She's had too much to try to work through.
Yeah.
I wrote, "I hate Shaggy." No, I don't remember what he did, but
you mean the guy in the movie whose name we still don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah. His
He
name in the movie
Shaggy.
isn't Shaggy, but
no, I know,
but it might be confusing for somebody who doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hated the man, the friend, the other murderer besides Billy.
Right.
I don't remember what he did, but he was just annoying me. There was a really weird Tori shots fired at Tori Spelling.
Yeah.
Did Tori Spelling and Nev Campbell have some sort of 90s beef?
I doubt it was a Nev Campbell thing. Maybe like a Wes Craven thing or something, because there was also like a Freddy Krueger line in there. Besides just the Fred as the janitor, there was a line in there where they're talking about their favorite scary movie, and Drew Barrymore says, after the first one, they were no good or whatever. Mm-hmm. The first one was good, but the rest sucked. It's because Wes Craven didn't direct the rest of them. He only directed the first one.
What does that have to do with Tori Spelling?
Nothing to do with Tori Spelling, but I'm saying he threw that in there because like maybe he was pissed he didn't get the rest of the Freddy Krueger movies. Oh. Maybe there was something with Tori Spelling.
Well, there were a lot of like, there was a guy dressed like Freddy Krueger. There was like, the constant.
It's Wes Craven.
Yeah, like the constant like, Michael Myers stuff.
Yeah. Well, the whole movie was about movies.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I believe like 90210, Tori Spelling was only in that because of who her dad was.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Right. So maybe he was trying to force her into other stuff. Maybe Tori Spelling was supposed to be Sydney. Oh. Maybe Wes Craven was like, not happening.
Just really threw me.
But we should have looked into that. You know what? I'm going to look into it. Keep an eye out on an Instagram post about Tori Spelling. Okay. This is some drama we need to get in on.
Yeah, we really need to get to the bottom of it. I mean, it's
20 years too late, but
I mean, the time has really passed, but we'll dig it back up. Maybe we could get them fighting again.
I doubt it. This came out in 1996.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's more than 20 years ago.
Yeah. What else do I have? Just a lot of like, Billy is an absolute psychopath. Before and after you find out he's a murderer, he is clearly a psychopath.
Was he in a lot of other movies that you remember?
No, I wrote in here, I think Billy might really be a killer in real life because he was so good
at being the killer.
Like,
maybe
at
he's
the
just
end,
a good actor.
It was too good.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him on anything else, I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember, but it's like he's a good-looking guy. I thought he's an okay actor. And then I was like, man, I've never seen this guy in anything else. What happened?
I don't know. He was good, though. It was good. We both laughed extremely hard at the end when Shaggy says, "You hit me in the," or like something about "you hit me in the head with the phone."
He's got blood everywhere. He's dying, and he takes the phone, goes and says whatever. He's yelling at Tori, and then he throws the phone back, hits him in the back of the head. "You hit me with the phone, man." So good, dude. So good. Oh. But that's another thing about the ending of the movie when, Gail tries to shoot the killer with the gun, but the safety's on.
Yeah.
He knocks her out.
Yeah.
She's laying there next to Dewey, who we think at that point is dead. Mm-hmm. She's knocked out. She's not getting back up.
Yeah.
He takes the gun and says, hey, you got to turn the safety off, which I don't think he would have known the safety was on from her holding it.
No.
You know, but whatever. Maybe he's a gun expert too.
He's a psychopath.
But then after she comes back and shoots him, she's like, safety's not on this time or whatever. She was knocked out when he said that.
I already explained how that.
You didn't explain it. You said maybe she was faking. But who gets pushed down with somebody with a gun on him, and they say, who gets pushed down with somebody with a gun on him, and they say, and they decide, I'm gonna lay here and hope that he doesn't shoot me.
Oh, people play dead all the time.
I can't see that scenario. Not Gail. She don't play dead.
Okay, whatever.
She holds no punches. And she doesn't play dead.
Well, a favorite scene.
Ooh, that phone scene was pretty good.
Yeah, that's when everything like was revealed. I think that was my favorite too.
Yeah.
Least favorite.
I don't know.
I don't think I have one. I mean, they're all.
I got a couple of favorites though.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The school's out scene when they're playing the song.
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking, like I was 11 or whatever, that was the coolest thing in the world when they're playing School's Out, you know, for the summer or whatever, School's Out Forever, because they're gonna have a party. The school's canceled because everybody's getting murdered and stuff. And I remember, I was like,
that's the coolest thing ever.
No,
Everyone's
but
getting murdered, and we get a
No.
day off.
No, but I was thinking, I'm gonna be like in high school, and I'm gonna play that song when school's over, and it's gonna be great. You know what I mean? Like that was my thought process as a dumb 11-year-old.
Did you do it?
No, probably not. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, maybe I downloaded on Napster or something, but
it's weird that you had that feeling with this movie. Maybe more like Dazed and Confused.
What do you mean?
Like the whole School's Out.
But they didn't play that song when it was like.
Yeah. Are you sure?
I don't know. I just thought the Scream one was a cool scene. It's like he's got the speaker in the window blasting it out. I envisioned myself.
This really was like an upbeat movie for you, huh?
Well, when I watched
Are
that.
we okay here? Are we just over?
Oh, God. I don't know. Are we still recording?
I don't know. I think we are. I think we're okay. Sorry, guys. We're noobs at this. Sorry.
It's
only episode 5. You know, we're still trying to get the kinks out.
Yeah.
No, but
at that point when I saw that, I didn't know that Shaggy was the killer.
Yeah.
Just thought he was like the coolest guy in the world.
You just thought he was some jerk who thought it was cool that some girls were getting murdered and they had a day off school.
You know, I don't know. It wasn't a day. It was like school's out until further notice.
Yeah. Well, what I will say at the end, do you have anything else you want to add about things you saw?
The movie store scene I thought was good too. Just because it made me want to be
in a movie store
in a Hollywood video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hanging out.
Well, I know that's a relic now. No more of those. What I will say, final thoughts on this movie.
You didn't tell me what your favorite and worst scene were.
My favorite was the same at the end when it all like came out. I didn't really have a least favorite. They were all just. I think Sydney walking outside is my least favorite.
Okay.
Because it was just so stupid.
Yeah.
But my recommendation is definitely watch it.
For sure.
You should have already watched it.
Everybody's seen this.
Everyone's seen it.
Even you had seen this.
I know. So if I've seen it, you all should have seen it. And if you haven't by now, that's a shame.
And it's August now?
Yeah.
We started this in July. Now it's August. We're finishing this episode.
Yeah.
We're right there. We're knocking on Halloween's door.
Right.
Get together.
And I will say, so even though like this movie is obviously like corny and whatever,
yeah,
it's still to this day like gets you like it didn't get me scared. Like I wasn't scared thinking, oh, it's like I couldn't go to sleep afterwards.
Right.
But like it makes you anxious still a little bit. You probably not because you've seen it 100 million times, but it's like when they're like walking around and you're waiting for this guy to pop up, it still got my heart pumping a little bit.
I don't have any of those feelings, but
I was, like I said, I wasn't scared. It's not like watching it's not like watching what's that one movie with the aliens?
Oh, The Fourth Kind.
The Fourth Kind. It's no Fourth Kind, but
that was a different kind of thing.
But it is like it still gets you a little anxious if it's been a really long time since you've seen it, like I have.
For sure, it's got some jump stuff.
Yeah,
to get you. But it's just a fun, and the more I'm thinking about it, the more we're talking about it. That's all this stuff. I'm positive was done on purpose.
Yeah.
The way it's kind of corny, the way it's kind of like, I think the word is campy. People use like for stuff like that. That's
part of it is that it was made in 90s.
25 years ago.
Yeah, 96.
I think we're
or
just
whatever.
passing up the anniversary for it.
Yeah, but they did make some choices, I think, that were on purpose because they
Yeah.
allude to it, like
Yeah.
you know, running upstairs or
Yep.
running outside or whatever. But
Yep. Randy. Jamie Kennedy. He's got the rules.
yeah, Jason Kennedy, E News, got it.
Jamie
I don't know,
Kennedy.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so
I'll be right back. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. Good
I mean,
movie.
I'm good with not watching it again for another 10 years, but
Well, Halloween's
than
coming. We're
that-
gonna have to watch it again with Carson.
he is not allowed to watch it.
They watched a movie worse than that today.
Not
both
with the
of 'em.
sex stuff, though.
Not with the sex stuff, sure.
Yeah,
but
the sex
scary,
stuff, I'm
for
like,
sure.
oh, little much.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch any of the sequels, if I'm being honest.
No, I was just thank you for bringing that up. I was gonna say, definitely watch all the sequels. Watch them all.
They get worse.
No, no. Because here's how I think. The first one is the best.
It's a classic.
2 and 3 are what? 2 is okay. 3 is pretty bad. But 4, I think, is good.
Okay, I'll compromise. I'm not watching 2 or 3. I'll watch 4.
Okay. What, have you seen 4?
I think so, but it's been a really long time.
Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll scream 4.
We're not probably going to do any more streams on this podcast, guys, but
On the 10-year anniversary
maybe.
of this episode.
Oh, man. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us on the... I'm not done.
Okay.
Can you stop?
I was pointing to you.
Thanks for joining us on this wild Scream adventure. Next week, we are doing an actually good movie.
It's not good. Can't be good. I've never seen it.
Yeah, we're going to watch Pretty Woman. So stay tuned for that. It'll be fun.
Pretty woman. Did they play that in there?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't really remember that movie very well.
Oh my God. Great movie to do.
But it's going to be good.
All right.
I do like that movie, so it's going to be good. You can find us on Instagram at You're Not Even Watching. You can find us on Twitter at WhyNewPod. You can find us on YouTube if you'd like.
Definitely.
I've been playing.
Takes a long hour and a half to make these videos.
Yeah, I've been playing with this cord the whole time, like annoyingly.
Whatever.
But whatever. All right, guys. Thanks. Join us next week. Bye.
See ya.